I don't know how to fix the problem I'm in. For the sake of introductions, let's just do that right up top. My name is Chris Parker. Welcome if you're new here. I am a comedian by trade. It feels audacious to call it a trade. There's nothing kind of hands-on about it. It's more a lifestyle, but it's how I pay my bills. But over the years, I'm 35 right now, I have been confronted by this identity that has emerged in front of me that I might also be a bit of a crafter, a bit of a crafty bugger. I've tapped into various craft mediums over the years, felting, decoupage, woodwork. My latest journey is knitting. I do enjoy the discovery and the learning process of any new craft. Like I love picking something up and figuring it out and getting it wrong and then kind of working it out. I'm happy with ugly things. I don't mind making an ugly thing for the sake of learning something new. But knitting has been, what is it? It's a completely different growth curve to what I'm used to. Let's get into it. This is my third project I've cast on. I've successfully completed 2 beanies and I wanted to challenge myself with a sweater. I consulted some friends and asked what pattern should I look to, and they guided me towards petite knits, and I did really like the style of the Hansom sweater. I hope I'm saying that right. Ambitious, it's an intermediate level, but I thought to myself, if this breaks me, which is looking like more and more as the days goes on that it might, I will only knit 1 sweater in my lifetime. And if that is the case, then I'd want it to be this sweater because I like the style of the raglan increases that happen throughout the sweater. I do feel like I'm only ever touching base with you guys when it's going wrong. A few nights ago, I was on a real high. Like I was just thinking, oh, I've fallen in love with knitting again. I was taking my time, I was in the groove. I had gotten up to and beyond the point of where I have continually mucked this project up and had to frog and start again. I'm now at a point where something has gone wrong and I don't know how to fix it and I don't know what has gone wrong. I don't know how to fix the problem I'm in. Hiya, welcome to the back of my head. So here is where we're at. This would be the front of the sweater, and then I've done all this German short row, which I have to say, it's looking pretty neat. I've even got some gorgeous looking raglan rows. 1, 2, 3, 4. And by my view, they're not perfect, but they don't look bad. This seems fine, right? And now I've gotten to a point where they've asked me to recount all my stitches. I should have increased by a total of 172 stitches. That is not what has happened. I have increased by 169 stitches. 3 wrong, which is very confusing to me because it means I've really mucked up. If it was 4 stitches short, I would understand that maybe I've missed a round of increases, but 3. I've never worked in 3s this entire time. I don't know how to fix this. I'm happy to accept that maybe this project was a little too ambitious for me. Now, I'm not spiteful, but I do want to see it through to completion. We're certainly not having this done by August. What I need, I think, is an expert's eyes on this. I'm wondering if I go into a knit shop, like maybe Prosper Yarns where I've got my wool from, and ask for them to have a little look over what I've done. Am I pushing it in terms of the customer and retail server like relationship? Because their job is to sell me the wool. You know, and whatever community building they do on their own, any wool shop, any yarn shop, it's their own business. I don't want to take advantage of their generosity, but I need a nana or I need an expert knitter to look over this and tell me where I've gone wrong. I wish there was like a dial a granny business where I could just call like some 0800 number and then a lovely woman called like Joanne would come over to my house and just sit down and I'd make her a cup of tea and I could pay her. I'd be willing to put money on this, but I think those relationships are something that you need to develop and earn. I haven't quite earned them yet. Like, I thought maybe I could get away with it by doing it here with you guys, but actually I do need someone's physical eyeballs looking on my work. What I thought I'd do with this space though is like, there's my comedy specials are on here, but I did think I might just have a bit of fun and take you around with me to some crafting adventures. With that being said, 2 weekends ago, I went to the Auckland Quilt Show at the Mount Albert Memorial Hall. I had an amazing time, and guess what, guys? I tried to vlog my experience. Enjoy the Auckland Quilt Show and my first attempt at vlogging, and maybe not my last. I love a community event. We are off to the quilt show. Also, there are quilts for sale here, so maybe we're gonna come out spending a lot of money and have a quilt we don't need. We weren't sure if we needed cash to get into this event. Michael's just gone to the dairy. He didn't know how much cash to get out. What did you get?
$5 in coins.
$5 in coins. Do you think it's going to cost more than $5 to get in? It's at the Auckland, what is this place? The Mount Albert War Memorial. Pretty busy hall for us. We've been to wrestling here, we've been to quilt shows, the full range of the communities that Tāmaki Makaurau offer. Do you think I'm going to be really famous here? Has my knitting community stretched over to the quilting community? Who's to say? With a, I would say, certain demographic, and it's quite hard to push around that demographic.
Yeah. They want to be really chicken because we've seen the word.
And this is their space. We're kind of intruding their space, so nor do we have the right to be pushy here. Has just found us the voting sheets. So we get to vote for voting slip for viewer's choice. Okay, let's get into this. I'm also just like, which one am I gonna like the most? But I guess that's what my voting slip for viewer's choice is. We just get to pick our one favorite. Because I don't wanna like drag anyone, because I could never do anything like this. So I think it's about just celebrating all the quilts, all the crafters.
It's actually really hard to make it do that.
Michael's teaching me about quilting. It's so
you always
good.
have to make the square. I'm just telling you to notice some details.
So you've kind of got like the patchwork of different fabrics, and then this kind of flower pattern, which I guess you just, do you just go crazy on the machine? It's not done by hand. I don't know what my favorite one is yet. I like with this one, it's like the squares themselves are like different types of dye and different types of contrast. I like this one. And they're like, but then you've got these really square crosses on it, which add like a sort of explosive with colour, but then like restraint with its pattern design. That one was done by my parents' friend. Something to look into myself when I've got more things in common with my parents' friends than my own friends. Ooh, I quite like this one. I like a kind of classic looking quilt, something that might be on an old Victorian child's bed. And this one feels modern, but also classic. Shout out to the artist, Gail Moore. I think that's beautiful. This is my favorite one, number 35. Birds in the Air by Gail Moore. A challenge to use the entire layer of cake of William Morris fabrics. Design known as Wintering Over by Jens Abor, quilted by Helen Harford, Helen H Originals. It's just gorgeous. Here we go. I'm in the car and I'm going to go to Prosper Yarns. I'm going to talk to them in the store. I messaged them on Instagram and they said, come on in, we'd love to help you. So this is my first person-to-person knitting exchange. This is what it's all about. This is about knitting together and forming community. Sorry for the terrible pun there. Thanks. Right.
Yeah. Just looking for
That's
fine. That's just.
I had to sit down with the lovely team there. Yeah. We've talked through my knitting. I got some compliments, you guys. She said, wow, these are really lovely, neat rows. This is coming from a full-time knitter. And I'm back with some faith and a plan. We printed off my pattern, even though I've been working on this app. I think I need the pattern printed out because there's a couple of sort of check marks which I need to kind of go back to. Anyway, long story. Look at that, you know, like that's me really trying to understand what the hell I'm doing. The good thing is I don't think I have to frog it all the way back. The bad news is I do think I need to frog some of it the way back. So that's going to be tomorrow's journey. Another day, another setback. This journey has been like 1 step forward, 20 steps back. But if you do that math, 1 step forward, 20 steps back, 1 step forward, 20. Eventually you'll get somewhere, right? Well, wherever I end up and whenever I get there, I hope it is winter and cold and that I'll need a sweater by the end of it because it's going to be a long road.